One moment. We'll be with you in one moment.
You can't eat that, buddy. Hold on.
Ready?
Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Susanna.
I'm Chris.
We're hitting the trail. Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah.
Guess where we're going today?
It's in Florida.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I almost gave it away.
You have to give him a second to guess. Have you guessed yet?
Everglades National Park.
She just gave it away. So we're going to show you some things you can do in one day in the southern area of Everglades National Park.
But you don't have to do them all in one day if you don't want to.
Yeah, and there's tons of more stuff to do. But if you've got like, hey, I'm flying into Miami or driving through Miami and I want to go to Everglades, I want to see some stuff, stay tuned. Good morning.
You need a map?
No, we've got a map. Thank you so much. If you don't have one of these, get one of these. It doesn't have to be the handicap one or the disabled veteran one, but you can get them. They're cheap. It's easy to find. I am shiny.
Well, we put a lot of sunscreen on because we're in the Everglades.
We're in the Everglades.
We don't want to get sunburned.
Yeah. So,
many trails here. So when you go to the visitor center, the Ernest F. Coe Visitor
Wait, hold
Center.
on, hold on. I remembered a name and you didn't. Write this down.
So when we go to the visitor center, when you first enter the Everglades from this area, which is down in the southern portion, you go to the ranger's desk and they talk about the different trails. All of their most popular trails are paved or boardwalked, and they're less than a mile, and most of them are right off the main road. So we're here.
Yeah.
We could go all the way down to here and then come back and do trails.
Yeah, so we can start with a drive. But this is where most of the really popular ones are. Okay. Just in this area. And then a lot of these trails right now, there's no use in really going on those trails because they're no longer maintained.
Oh, so maybe we should do these first and then drive out there, because this is a popular area and it's early.
Yep.
Get here early. So, you know, we're at the first most popular spot,
which is the Royal Palm. This used to be a state park and is now part of the Everglades National Park. And so there's two trails.
There are two trails here. There's the Anhinga Trail, which is a boardwalk. It goes all the way out amongst the lily pads, and I'm not sure what kind of...
So we got to back up because Anhingas. What is an Anhinga?
Snake ducks.
We call them snake ducks. Turns out the other name is snake bird, but they have long necks and that helps them swim underwater, and they actually like poke the fish with their beaks and then they eat them. And
they actually, when we saw one the first time in Tampa, and we thought it was a snake coming up out of the water.
There's a snake in the water. Get the kids back. That's a snake. So it was like, that's a bird.
That's a bird.
So anyway, snake duck, Anhingas, and that one was what, 0.8?
It was 0.8, and it was all boardwalk. Little stops here and there. You can see lots of birds and fish and bugs.
It's beautiful, and the water is
super clear. It's not disturbed, so you can like see straight down to the bottom.
And it's which isn't really all that deep because down below you have the limestone and it looks like coral almost, but that bedrock. Yep. And then right next to that is the Gumbo Limbo Trail, which we're on right now.
Trail, which is also a paved trail, but it was one that was damaged during Hurricane Andrew in 1992. So it's taken a while for it to grow back up. Everything just kind of like, it got washed away and then it died, and now it's starting to grow back up again. So it used to be really a lush canopy, but now, I mean, it's kind of, but it's not really because it all got washed away. But this is again a 0.8 trail, and this is the other one was an out and back. This one is kind of a loop.
And what is a Gumbo Limbo?
It's a tree.
It's a tree. So when we were in Key West, they kept calling this certain tree a tourist tree because the bark peels off, kind of like sunburn for tourists. I don't know if that's the same exact tree, but that's kind of what some of the bark looks like on these. But the trees that are right next to the trails, I think everybody rubs on them.
You can tell everybody touches them because
they carve their names in
They're red
them.
And very smooth down at the bottom, but as they go up, you can see where their bark begins. And you know, it's very cool. There's air plants growing in the trees and orchids in the trees. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Pretty.
One thing is obviously sunblock, bug spray,
Water.
So we're down here in February, and so it's winter, but it's still 84 degrees today. It's humid. There's a mosquito on the GoPro. You can't eat that, buddy. Hold on. Didn't get him. And then one thing to watch out for too, I didn't get him that time either. Sorry. Turkey vultures. The turkey vultures here like to eat the rubber on your car. So they actually have, well, there's a big one flying
They have
overhead.
tarps
They have
that you
loaner
can
tarps.
borrow to cover your windshield while you're out on the trails.
We didn't do that and didn't realize
we didn't know.
it.
We were like, what is that? There was this truck that was covered in them, and we didn't know why.
So when we get back, Mando may be missing some rubber, but no big deal.
All
But
right.
we're going to finish this trail and then go off to some other ones. The ranger told us that all of the popular trails take you to a different ecosystem. So every one of them is just a little bit different.
Yep.
But you can, like we're doing, you can do this area in one day.
Yeah, she said it's very doable one day. And these are, you know, the most popular trails. So we'll catch you on the next trail. Our next stop took us to the Pinelands Trail. This paved trail takes you out into an area that's completely different from the Anhinga and Gumbo Limbo trails. The short 0.4-mile loop winds through one of the most imperiled habitats in the world, the pine rocklands. Over the course of a 10-minute stroll, you'll see narrow pine trees covered in bark that protects them from fire, beautiful wildflowers that have grown up around the trail, saw palmettos covering the ground, solution holes carved in the limestone by the acid of decaying plant life, and even poisonwood trees.
Unless you are the one person in 10 who is immune, avoid touching this tree. It's a close relative of poison ivy. It causes a severe rash.
It's a short and peaceful trail and well worth the stop. Further down the road is another trail that you don't want to miss, the Pa-hay-okee Trail. This is a 0.16-mile walk along a raised boardwalk that is easy for any age. The trail takes you into a bald cypress forest. The trees lose their leaves in the winter due to a seasonal drought. Pa-hay-okee is a Seminole word for grassy waters, and the view from the boardwalk shows you why this trail carries that name. The raised platform is a fantastic way to experience the Everglades River of Grass. Our last trail of the day is located 20 miles from the main park entrance. The Mahogany Hammock Trail is another short raised boardwalk that is wheelchair accessible and takes you through a must-see place. The trail from the parking lot takes you out to what seems like an island. The hammock of mahogany trees create this island effect because the acid from decaying trees makes water holes in the limestone. What's left after thousands of years are little islands of trees surrounded by moats. As you wander along the boardwalk, you'll come across many interesting tree and plant species like the strangler fig.
So the strangler fig, you have a host tree, and the fig starts way up in the top and then grows its way down and works its way all the way to the bottom. And the roots will sometimes reach all the way to the floor, but it will encircle the tree and strangle it. And that's why it's called a strangler fig.
It's also along this trail that you'll find what's thought to be the largest living mahogany tree in the US. It's pretty easy to spot this 400 to 500-year-old giant. The hammock area is one of 9 ecosystems in the Everglades and is a stop you have to make when visiting Everglades National Park. Hi. It's
Hello
me
again. It's us.
We're back.
We are. And we're kind of done with the Everglades for the day.
We hope you enjoyed. our time at the Everglades, because we did.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We had no idea that there was so many diverse areas in the Everglades. I just kind of ecosystem. She's the smart one. I just always kind of thought of just swamp, but it's not. There's pine forest, there's mangroves, which unfortunately we didn't get to see because that trail was closed today. So if you are looking for something to do, like we said earlier, for whether it's just a day or a couple hours, coming out here, doing some of these short paths are great. But if you've got kids, the Junior Ranger program is great.
You're our newest Junior Ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome young Corbin from Maine at Everglades National Park, newest Junior Ranger. Hey. You got it, little fella.
If you don't like hiking and you don't want to get out and you're worried about, hey, I'm bugs and whatnot, but you want to go boating.
There, if you go all the way down to the end of the park, to the Flamingo, the Flamingo Visitor Center, there is a marina there, and you can rent houseboats to sleep on. You can rent kayaks. You can rent.
You can do boat tours. They have where you actually kind of go out into the bay, and then they have the back side ones.
Backcountry tours.
Backcountry, the backside. They do a tour on the backside. They do the backcountry tours. And you can get all that just go into the website. We'll put a link down below.
And there's also, like I said, there's a marina there, but there's a general store. So if you need to get something while you're there, you can. There's restrooms, showers, picnicking areas, and there's a food truck.
Yep.
So
lots of stuff to do. Great place to come spend a day. If you've been to the Everglades, let us know. Leave us a comment. If you haven't been, we hope this video helped. Make sure you give us a thumbs up.
And hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is coming up. And if you haven't subscribed, do that too.
That's free. But keep watching, because we've got a couple more places to show you around
the Miami area.
Thank you for watching. We'd love to share our journey with you, so hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to leave your comments down below and hit the like button.